I'm Piano Man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Welcome to the long run with an honest tongue. Justified, opinionated when the topic comes. Don't give a piss about nothing but tide. Honey bee on my mind and I keep that pride. Stroke still strong, last name long. Roll tide, roll where the truth belong. West Virginia born, working hard in my soul. Still got that steel town grin and I take control. F them trees, yeah, I said it loud. Go Steelers too, got the whole room proud. Love that college game, love that Friday light. Love them real world problems and we talk all night. We bring that fire gumbo daily. Stir it up, don't play me. Bishop on the forge by fire away. JB got the whole room crazy. LaToya in the mix, can't tame it. Twist to keep the freight line moving. Welcome to the show. Piano Man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. It's me, it's Mr. P. What's going on with you, everybody? Happy Thursday, Truthful Thursday to you. It's raining out here. We're not going to be on here long because we're under some severe threat, and I don't know how long this internet stream is going to hold up. So I'm not going to tempt it, but we're going to be on here for as long as we can. But the weather is threatening, and everything where we are, and pretty challenging here. So I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone that's having the rain like we are here in the SIP. I hope everyone there is. I hope everyone there is safe and dry and filled and not hungry, not thirsty. Anything else that has to go opposite of being okay. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I see everybody in the chat. We're just gonna hop straight to it. Let me do something else, please. There's a few of y'all in the chat there, but some of y'all have not hit that like button yet. So I'm gonna need you to hit that like button, please, and thank you. That help keeps us going. So without further ado, y'all know how I do it. Wait a minute, I got to get situated here on this desk. I've been working, and I still got some more work to do, and I got to get some things going here. Just a second. Hold up. Let me see. I got to get me a bigger workstation. That's just all it is to it. That's just all it is to it. I got to get a bigger workstation. Thought I had it now. There we go. Move you there. Got you there. All right. Y'all know how I do it. I try to make things happen. Do things like they need to be. Look, my OCD kicking in this morning. But here we go. Y'all know how I roll. Y'all know what the business is. Y'all know how I play the game. Hey, it's Mr. Forge forward only. By fire, it's the Boomer Sooner himself. What's up, Bishop? Good morning, sir.
What's going on, everybody?
Man, we just trying to survive.
You be safe. Hey,
survive this stuff that's going on here.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy, man. It is crazy.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It sounds like a Discord day.
Say what now?
Sounds like a Discord day.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those Discord days, man. And it's probably going to end up. Being that. But we just gotta.
We play it by ear.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it by ear. But I just decided to come on. I forgot that I had posted the show because I knew I wasn't gonna be on yesterday. And I forgot that I had already posted it for Thursday. And then let me tell y'all something. I don't know about any of y'all. This is kind of funny, but Bishop, have you ever
Yeah.
seen when if it rains through the night, it's like you go into a different realm of sleep. Like when fine,
Yeah,
y'all
you ain't said nothing but a word.
listen. When it started thundering, I said, okay. Oh, here we go. It started thundering, and bruh, man, the next thing I know, Martin Houston was on. The Martin Houston show was on. That's the
That's
see,
a that's that knockout.
man, that rain come through, bruh. And I said, I'm like Barney Fife. It was Happy New Year, man. It was Happy New Year. I ain't even lying to you. I ain't even lying to you. And so when I awakened, um, I don't mind sharing this with the family. I have tinnitus, severe tinnitus in my ear, in both ears, and I went to the doctor recently for it, and they said that for tinnitus, there's really nothing that you can do. So he suggested, he asked me, was it bothering my sleep? And I said yes, because there's a constant ringing in my ear. He said that he said, well, this is what you do. He said, get you something, and what you want to do is you need something to go. You need to be listening to something that will cancel out the tinnitus.
No. Yeah,
And
tinnitus. Yeah.
you know. So I purchased this headband with the Bluetooth on the ears. As a matter of fact, I have two of them. I purchased the headband, and when I did that, Bishop, uh, every night I'm listening to either. Now check this out, y'all. I'm either listening to something sports related. It puts me to sleep. Because I hear music all the time, so music does not work because actually music sort of amps me up, and so I'm
Right,
up,
right.
and so I don't get any sleep. So I listen to something sports related, or I listen to CBS Mystery Radio. I grew up on CBS Mystery Radio, and so those things take me back to my childhood, and so I'll fall asleep on that. I'll put it on like the 4 hour whatever, and then just go to sleep. I'll fall asleep by that. But for the most part, I listen to something sports related. Hint, hint. I kind of let y'all know how when these stories be breaking in the middle of the night and everything, that's where I get them from. Listening to that, and it'll awaken me or something like that. Something that they've done where everybody else is, while everyone else is gone to sleep. I'm listening to something, and sometimes I'm the news will just so happen to break, so I get it off ESPN. I listen to, like I said, Tide 100.9, which is out of Tuscaloosa, and I also listen to ESPN 97.7 out of Huntsville. So I stay pretty much connected to the sports realm, whether it's local in T-Town or whether it's more international and ESPN, which is located in Huntsville. A lot of great things go on in Huntsville, ladies and gentlemen. So don't sleep on Huntsville, Rocket City. Don't sleep on it. But there's a lot of things happening in the sports realm, Bishop. And so, but that sleep last night, that rain last night took me down through there. And so we are, this tropical wave is coming through. It's
Yeah.
affecting our state and everything. So y'all pray for us over here. But like I said, we're gonna play it by ear. So anyway, Bishop, what's been going on, man?
Man. Everything what you want to be going on.
And everything.
It seems like certain people are trying to say they have the best gumbo. I can't quite put my finger on it, but documentation beat conversation. Make sure you purge your seafood. Be careful. Not everything that glitter is gold. I holler.
Man, I ain't worried about that gumbo thing. Everybody know where the best gumbo come from. See, listen. When you have to publicize it, that means you ain't got it.
Yeah.
The,
Now, okay.
the
See,
gumbo speak for itself.
see,
The gumbo
see.
speak by the crowd come to your restaurant. That's all I got to say about
Hey,
that.
hey, Bishop would be a little messy, just a little messy,
Some folks
just a little messy.
all that and everything, but you got to publicize it. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it to you like this. In the words of Coach Sean, shout out to my brother Coach Sean B. Sharp and Sharpshooters podcast. Let me tell you something. Sharpshooter Sports Show. That's what I call the sports show. The proof is in the details, and that's all I got to say about that. Via Coach Sean, the proof is always in the details. So all that foolishness that these other wannabe gumbo cooks and chefs and everything, and furthermore, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Bishop, I don't care what anybody say. We got the best crew in the world. Ain't no crew like
show
this
you right.
You know, ain't no crew like this one over here. Listen, I don't care how many sports shows, how many podcasts, and this, that, and the third is in the world today. There is no Stephen Hicks. There is no Stephen Hicks like the one we got over here in this crew. The voice of the
show you right.
Who stands diligent on telling everybody, unless you the Alabama Crimson Tide, we wish you nothing but the absolute worst. Now you tell me where you gonna find that. I'll wait. I'll wait. Okay, thank you. Who got a producer like Alabama Pope? Who got the producer like Dwight? Who has a Latoya on in the shelf? Who got the governor in the shelf? Who got nobody but over him?
Nobody.
I don't have to brag. I ain't got to say a word, but just get on here and do my thing. Who else got a bishop on the staff? Where coach? Who got a coach call? Come on now.
Well,
who got a KT on staff?
Oski Iski. He just let it loose.
Watch this. All I got to do is send a text message. Who can show up in the form of KB at any given time? And he's not the only one I can call.
Oh no. Oh, it's plenty out there. Trucking, Chevy trucking.
Who just say, I'll wait.
Yeah. See, a lot of times people don't understand if it's worth having, it's worth waiting for. And when it comes together, there ain't nobody that can diffuse it.
And then furthermore, the diversity in here is growing each and every day. So go ahead. Listen, it's okay to have your gumbo. It's okay. But the problem is you don't know what's all in our gumbo over here.
Nope.
That's what the difference is. Who else has, and look at him, who else has a Dr. Crystal or Coach? Who else has double A? Who else has an Anitra?
Oh,
man, I could go down the list, man. Who else got Austin Allen who represents them? You know what, Austin? What's up, man? I'm going to have to do for Austin like I do for DSGB 84, my brother out of Georgia, representing them dogs. What's up, Austin Allen? That's what I'm going to have to start doing for Austin.
Yeah, and Miss Ellen B.
where I tell my folks, like we got Vols over here representing the volunteers out of Tennessee. Jacory, the married man, the newlywed.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. This is the gumbo. We got all kinds of stuff going on over here, and we still get along with the exceptional. Well, anyway.
Turn off the lights.
No, you got to leave them on there, bro. I'm sorry,
light
Bishop.
a little candle.
You got to leave them on with certain folks around. Don't turn no lights off. You end up with no
I'm through.
purse and no wallet.
I'm through.
But Bishop, anyway. Oh man. Oh, so okay, Austin. I see Austin. I'm gonna tell you what, Austin. I stopped watching when the tide went out. Yeah.
What's that?
Wait a minute. Who beat y'all, Austin? Now I know Oklahoma beat you the other night. I know
What's that? Oh yeah. 11-4 last night. Oklahoma beat Georgia.
And Georgia was hot, man. Georgia was hot.
Yeah.
Georgia was hot. I ain't what's up, kid?
Hey, salute. Hey, thank you for that.
Yeah, Georgia was hot. And Oklahoma got them two brothers. Is it Mercurius? Whatever. Them curious bro. I call them the curious brother.
Yeah.
Them brothers can pitch, man. Those dudes the real deal.
And I'm glad he said something. You guys, do you realize what that coaching staff has done? Has proved exactly what I was saying. If you develop your freshmen, when they do get their moment, they're ready for it. They have threw out 3 freshmen to get to where they're at. 3.
Yeah. Hey, I got 2 more I need to talk about Hey, who else got Twister? Who's on the road? And Bino, my GM.
Hey, my family.
I got Carla, my administrative assistant. Man, come on, man. You trying to okay. Hey. Oh, and by the way, they said I couldn't do it, Bishop.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and don't forget about TP is just he's just enjoying his retirement. Salute to you, TP. But there's many people that if you start to understand, we're well connected.
Yeah, we're well connected. So that's Georgia knocked Texas out. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna go on and just tell you, man, the SEC something serious, man. In baseball, football, basketball, track, doggone water polo, if you want to go there, track and gymnastics, everything. SEC something serious. I'm just saying. Yeah. So what's up, Twister? Good to see you, my man. But I just wanted everybody to know. So since somebody talking about the gumbo and all that good stuff, and then as far as Stephen Hicks go, he don't eat gumbo, but not only we have the best gumbo, we got the best steaks too. Any way you fix it, any cut of the meat that you want,
Hey, tomahawk,
ribeye, New York strip, porterhouse,
T-bone, filet mignon.
No bone at all. It can be whatever. That's for Stephen Hicks, and whoever else likes steak can join Stephen Hicks on Steak Day. Got to figure out what Steak Day gonna be, but I think I know how I'm gonna do that, Bishop.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, everybody in the chat. Are we under 80 days until
79 days? Stephen Hicks, man, the Lord is good to us, Bishop. He's letting us get there. We inching closer and closer and closer. 79 days, Bishop.
That's 2 months and a few weeks.
Yeah, buddy. I am ready. I'm ready, man. I'm getting ready, and I'm going to be in Birmingham, the Lord willing, for a few days next month, and I might be doing some of my shows from over there. But I'm going to see some relatives over there in Birmingham. So, I'm going to see first, Bishop, because here's the catch. That same week of that I'm in Birmingham, bro, is also the same week of SEC Media Day. And sort of like Dwight, my producer. Dwight said something last year, and I think it was Dwight. Matter of fact, I know it was him. Oh, we got one more to add to the show. Even though he's not on here a lot, Gary. That's
there we
my
go.
dog.
OG Gill.
OG Gill, Uncle Jay,
Coach Al.
Susan, Coach Al, Coach Carl. Man, come on. Jonathan. And we all working together. That's why I'm not good with names. I'm trying not to call people out, but man, all these people are special to me. And it sometimes makes me tear up because I didn't, if you sit back and you listen to people tell you can't, or you won't, or you shouldn't, and all that kind of stuff, if you listen to that voice enough, it don't even have to be loud. It can just be convincing. But if you sit back and let that negative voice convince you, you will never meet great people like Austin and LaToya and Stephen Hicks and Jeff and William Bryant, Bishop. You'll never meet great people. You'll never be able to talk smacks with the like of Coach Hayes. You'll never meet a KB and other people if you sit back and you're listening to the negative-minded folk. That's why I love Coach Al, the negative-free zone. You got to learn to adopt that and say this is a negative-free zone. So listen,
Big
if
salute.
it's negative-free, that means it's positive field.
That's it.
That's what that means. If it's negative-free, that means it's positive field. So I don't allow that I don't allow that to get trapped in my brain and in my heart. I just keep driving. I keep grinding. It's going to have to prove to me that I'm not fit. I'm not cut out for this. And the last I checked, I was cut out for this. What's up, Roll Tide Roll? I was cut out for this. So Bishop, we were talking about Ohio State the other day, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And one of the things that here in Athlons that it was talking about is that their run support had to be brought back up to speed. So we came to a conclusion the other day, Bishop, that you have to run the football. You've got to balance that thing out. Now, let me say this, though, while I'm at it. You can't just be all run just like you can't be all pass. Your line is going to get walled up at times. Right. The defense can adjust. So if your passing game is not on point and all you have is a running game, you're still in the same boat as a team with just a passing game. As Coach Sean would say, passy, passy, passy. But if you can ever balance, you got the balance, which leads me to the number 2 team, Bishop. We sort of talked about them, but not on a national scale. Athlon has the Georgia Bulldogs finishing second. Okay. Let me read a little bit what they said about that. The Bulldogs have won back-to-back SEC championships, and we give them that. But head coach Kirby Smart's team is looking for its first playoff win since 2022. Maybe some of the delusional Georgia fans will accept that now, that yes, you won back-to-back SEC championships, but you haven't won a playoff game since 22. You're in a 3.5-year drought. I'm just saying.
Tracking.
I'm just saying. I didn't say it. Athlon said it. Vols, thank you for putting that up there. And I think I'm going to put that on the screen right now so we can address that. Thank you, boss. Where else you gonna get this kind of information from? Where people just, and we gonna sit down and chat about it. We ain't gonna just skim over it. We gonna chat about this right here. All right. So here we go, Bishop. Their drought. Now see, I just said drought. Just looking at you all. See, I haven't read this whole thing yet, but it says their drought seems poised to end in 26. Smart has developed a deep roster with talent overflowing in spots. 8 starters are back on defense, including a pair of standouts in the secondary. Cornerback Ellis Robinson IV and safety KJ Bolden. Sophomore Elijah Griffin is the next game record. Is the next star game record in defensive trenches. In the defensive trenches. After a solid debut last season, quarterback Gunnar Stockton aims to take the next step in 26. Running back Nate Frazier headlines one of the deepest backfields in the nation, and 3 returning starters form the foundation of a solid offensive line. A revamped receiving core is arguably the team's biggest concern. However, if Smart and offensive coordinator Mike Bobo finds the right mix and the passing game generates a few more big plays in 26, Georgia can return to the top step of college football. Okay. And I can see why that Athlon is saying all of this. But the catch is for this right here, waiting on Bishop to come back. The catch is going to be this right here. Their passing game. Defense, I'm not worried about. I told you all the other day when we went and we looked at Georgia's schedule. We looked at here we go. We looked at their depth chart. Yes, Georgia has 8 returning starters on defense. That's what's going to help put them in. That's what's going to help get them over their defense. Now, but they have 8 returning on defense, but they have 6 returning on offense. Now, with that being said, the main concern for Georgia is the opposite of what's the concern for Ohio State. Mm-hmm. Ohio State, remember, their main thing was the concern was running the football.
Right.
Georgia's biggest concern is passing the football. Now, I'm going back through the depth chart one more time and everything. Then we're going to address what Vols has in our chat right there. But if you go back and you look on offense, I'm going to start with the offense because we already know what the business is with the defense. But the catch is here. The 6 returning starters on offense is left tackle Ernest Green, left guard Dontrell Glover, center Drew Bobo, who, by the way, is also who's also injury prone. He's injury prone. He gets injured a lot. Drew Bobo is a good center as well. And every time Bama has beaten Georgia, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed it, but there's always something by the time they get ready to play Bama on out toward the rest of the year, something happens with Georgia on the O-line, especially going from the center to the right side of the line. I'm just serious now. Hold up for a minute. I'm just serious.
Not only that, you got to understand it drives home what previous bishop had talked about way back in the day with the 44. You cannot in this league get by with only having the first 2 rotations. You're not going to be able to make it. And now that Sankey has made that decision for us to go the 9-game route and take away a bye, a lot of teams are going to find out how important that depth is and how important development is to make sure you reach your young ones, because whatever they can give is going to be added to give you that cushion and that timing to make sure you don't run certain people down to the ground and get injury prone.
And so here we are. So Ernest Green, and then you have Lawson Lucky, the tight end, who's back. You have Gunnar Stockton, the quarterback, who's back, who's also returning. Nate Frazier. Interesting thing about Nate Frazier, if I'm not mistaken, I also believe Nate Frazier is one who had trouble protecting the ball at times. Fumble here, fumble there, and everything. But it goes back to like what they said too. Their defense, their backs, their offensive backfield is deep. So and they showed that last year. So Frazier is not the only one. Bowens is another one. He's good. Georgia is going to be straight running the football. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. But on their wideouts, if you will, the wideouts, though, Bishop, is the wide receiver, Isaiah Cannon, wide receiver, Taylor Taylor, wide receiver, Sokovie, White, Helton, are 3 guys who did not start last year. Matter of fact, one is a junior. Taylor's a Cannon is a junior. Taylor is a freshman. Helton is a sophomore. You got another Rolden is a sophomore on the depth chart. Humphrey is a senior. Tyler Williams is a freshman. They are young, but those guys are talented. Those guys are talented. So what has to happen in this, Bishop, from where I'm sitting, the running game is going to have to really sort of pick up the pace, I guess, or take up the slack, for a better term, until the passing game can gel. Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 plus the tight end all on the line. And we know that Georgia utilizes tight ends. But I saw in the chat just the other day, their receiving core has not been the same, Bishop, since Lab McConkey and Brad Bowers has moved on to the NFL. Those type of receiving cores or that type of receiving duo, Bishop, you don't get every day. You don't get that year in and year out. You just don't get it. You're not blessed with that on a consistent basis. When Bowers left, and I believe Washington took over and everything, folks were thinking Washington was going to do it. Washington did not do it. He was not that dude. Bowers could Stetson Bennett, Carson Beck, when they had Bowers, he was a deadly combination. He was just something serious, regardless of who was playing quarterback, Bishop.
Right.
It did not matter. He was sure-handed. He was a dog, man. Not just because he played for Georgia, but he was that dude. McConkey was that dude, but they have not had that type of intensity at wideouts since those 2 men have gone on. That's why I sing Bowers and McConkey's praises, so because they were real difference makers. The question is going to be, who's going to be the difference maker in their wide receiving core? That's where the question. That's where the rubber meets the road, Bishop. Yeah. Who's going to make the difference? Who will be the difference maker? Go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah, what I like to what I like to share is that, see, we don't know how blessed we have it until we start breaking down and you're looking into other say universities and and you start appreciating that, okay, everybody has questions that they have to attend to, but do they make excuses or do they find a way to circumvent and make sure it becomes their strength? What Georgia has done, and remember, he just went over it, they have made where they went back to the old school of establishing a run when, and their running game is more like their are a lot of people's passing game. When they want to get dogmatic about their running game, they can establish the running game and it becomes their passing game. But still, yet you still want to have an offset with your receivers being able to attack the crevices and the seams and the posts. So once again, everybody has areas of concern, and that's what makes this NCAA game of being able to make it in the playoffs is that everybody has something that has been put on film that they have to answer, and so we're getting a glimpse of a lot of times when we think of the old days, it was so blessed to have those days because now in this new dispensation, it's parity. So it's the survival of the fittest and who can retain and keep the major nucleus of the team together.
Exactly. And so when I look at them, and I'm not even going over their defense because we just about know this is what Georgia thrives off of. It's like what Bishop said. They really use their defense a lot. Their defense sets their offense up. This is why I make the statement sometimes that uh uh I'm of the firm belief that even this year, and we're gonna bring up Bama right quick, that in Bama's case, because I'm of the firm belief that because Bama's defense is so loaded, it's loaded. It really is. Even though they've redone the line, they have some key pieces to fit. I'm still of the persuasion, Bishop, that Bama's going to be okay defensively. But because of the newness of the offense, and like Lady Latoya says, because of the newness of the offense, and because of the fact that they've got to gel, I believe that who's going to be the early booster for that gelling is going to be Bama's defense to keep them on the field. You see what I'm trying to say? To get them acclimated to some things, to get them ready, to show them be ready at any time, and then get ready to play a lot. And you're going to have to gel. And so whomever the starting quarterback is, that's why I don't get caught up in it. I know some is saying Keelan, some is saying Austin. What if neither one of them make it? What if Thamala? What if Caden Cowher ends up winning the job over them? See, Alabama is filled with good problems. It's filled with good problems. So
And if P and excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Here's the thing about it. Think about your university. In spite of that, you went 11-4. Could you imagine if you do get it together in those areas of concern?
see, that's why I said Alabama has some good problems. 11-4 with no running game. Think about that, Bama fans. Before you start bashing, before you start, I know, and we come up here with a whole lot of different ideas, and we come up here with a lot of different theories, and we all feel that our theories are right. But the bottom line is Alabama won 11 games last year with no running game. No running game. Now, the point that I'm making, and I'm with Bishop, just think about the potential of a team coming together, dealing with those those deficiencies, dealing with them, doing something about them, bolstering up, making it stronger, gelling, doing what they're supposed to do. Coaches actually coaching, developing, film study, all those things. Now, all I'm saying is, I said it before, I say it again, because we are not there. We don't see them day in and day out. All we can do is speculate what we see on the field on a Saturday. Hear certain things throughout the week and formulate an equation, formulate a theory. Then we come back the next Saturday and we see same thing, so forth and so on. And because we're not there, like I said, because we're not there, we don't know. But I'm telling you now, it goes back to like what I said. Georgia's defense is going to set their offense up just like it's going to be at Bama. Now, they might be a little deeper than Bama in certain areas, but in theory, the situation is the same. The situation is the same because with Georgia's wideouts, you've got 3 guys, including one freshman. We all know he didn't play last year. And you got 2 more other guys who did not start last year. I didn't keep up with Georgia like that, but according to this Athlon here, these guys didn't play a lot. So with Nate Frazier, Gunnar Stockton being back there and everything, then they're going to have to rely on the running game with 3 or 4 guys returning on that O-line. Then I also told you that when you sit down and you think about it, and if you keep up with it, like I kept up with it, Drew Bobo, the center of Georgia, stayed hurt a lot. See, so you have to factor all that where the gelling comes in, and that's why these guys that comes in behind them, it ain't just an Alabama thing. It's an NCAA football thing. It's a football thing that the guys that's behind them has to bring the same fire, has to bring the same intensity. And like I read, I'm going back to my initial. Hey, good morning, Gov. I'm going back to my initial, what I just read, Bishop. And like I said, these things don't lie. The guy said right here, let me pull it up. Pull up my bullet. Get my bullet out of my pocket. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Here we go. This is what he said. I'm going back to my initial statement. The Bulldogs have won back-to-back SEC championships, but head coach Kirby Smart's team is looking for its first playoff win since 2022. You can't make this stuff up, folks. And folks are bashing Bama. Georgia has not won a playoff game since 2022. Let me tell you why. Because Georgia has not had the dominant defense and their passing game. I told y'all again, they haven't been the same, Governor, since McConkey and Bowers left. I'm just saying. I'm just saying they have not been the same since Lad McConkey and Brock Bowers left. You don't have a Brock Bowers every day. You don't have a Lad McConkey every day. Those guys come in being dogs, man, and you have to continue to develop them. And that's why, to my opinion, that's why Georgia hadn't been. What's up, Gov?
Morning, y'all. Morning, y'all. Windy day, bro.
Say that again, big dog.
I said windy day. It's about to pour.
It is. Yeah, I'm playing it strictly by ear. We're up under some tornadic weather again. And we might have to go to the Discord. I don't know how long this internet might hold up. I don't know what's what, but I did just come on like I said I was gonna do. So I hope and pray, Governor, you and the family are safe and not hungry. I'm not hungry myself, but bro, I just don't like all this crazy weather. But hey, I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it, man. I can't do nothing about it. But Governor, we talking about Georgia today, and everything. I was sharing with them.
Yeah, I'm listening, and I'm trying. We talk. So you know where I be coming from. I'm not being negative, y'all. I'm just giving you my. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
I'm not
Governor,
trying to
keep talking. I know what's wrong on my end. Keep talking, Governor.
It's like I'm not trying to be negative, y'all, but I'm just going to give the rebuttals that they will give Piano. He says, I'm just going off the last part that I heard. He says, Georgia hasn't won a playoff game since 2022. That's the last time they won a natty, right? So,
right.
In saying that, flip side or a Georgia fan would say, well, when's the last time Bama won a natty? When's the last time Bama got to a national championship? That's going to be your rebuttals. In hindsight, they will be right. They would be right. Because if you're going to point out one thing that Georgia hasn't done, they're going to retaliate and say something like that. It's going to piss us off, yes, but it's also true. Facts is facts. Facts time. Sometimes the truth hurts. It does. Because there's nothing that you can really do about it but tuck your tail and just go on to the next thing. I'm not, let's just say, y'all, I'm not on the aspect of we're going to win every single game. No, I'm not going to think that. Do I want us to win every single game? Of course. I want us to run the whole damn table and show our dominance to the world that they keep doubting us. But I'm also realistic. So I have to, before I start to point too much on a different team, I'm going to have to look at my team. Our team can't score in the second half. Yes, some people are going to be like, well, that's last year, JB. You're right. That is last year, which makes me even more nervous because the guys that scored most of the points in the first half on our offense is gone. We have a new quarterback. Don't know who's going to be our starting running back. We don't know. Wide receivers, we have an idea who's going to be our 3 starters or 4 starters, but they have nothing to really show us besides a couple of players. That'll be Latia Brooks and Ryan. Our tight end is gone. Bernard is gone. Like, we don't know. So before I start to not nitpick, but poke holes in other schools that we have to potentially play, I got to be worried about my offense. I know y'all might, JB, man, always come with the negative stuff. I'm just being realistic. I want to be honest with myself because I don't want to put too much hope in coming into the season and get surprised.
Okay, Governor, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Because the most unfortunate thing has happened.
When it went out.
Not only did it went out, my computer fell on the floor and it broke.
Oh wow, Jesus Lord.
So what you're seeing now is my phone.
Mm.
I'm doing this over my phone. So I have no clue because I went to go cut off the fan over there because that's why I couldn't have hear you. And that's why I said I knew what was happening on my end. And I didn't see the cord there. And it, bam, it hit the floor. And my computer screen is gone.
Wow.
Let me see.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Let me see.
Well, lady, that's the easy fix. At least you didn't fall.
Well, if I had a fail, I would have been hollering help. I can't get up.
AARP. No.
Let me
Hmm.
see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, can you see me? Can you see me, Coach?
I can see you.
Is Coach Carl up there?
I see, Coach. I can't hear him.
Okay. Okay. Coach Carl, say something. I'm having to do this strictly. Let me see. How can I get in here? He's on stage. Like I said, I'm having to do this strictly from my phone now. So I guess I'm off to go and see about a computer, Governor.
Uh,
Gee whiz. This OHP, I've seen a lot of things come up through here, bro. I guess I'm going to have a funeral service for it today. I guess I'm going to have a funeral service. But Governor, you're right. You're right. Now let me see if I can okay. Thank you, Dwight. Come on in and help me put Coach on. Cause like I said, I'm having to reshuffle and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have to redo everything. Um, but anyway, oh boy. But moving on, Governor, you're right. But today I just wanted to just go through Athlon's top 25, and they put Georgia second. So if you look in the chat right there, it said Georgia win total for 2026 is 9.5. They asked me was I taking the over or the under. Me, I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over. These same folks last year said that no one in the SEC will win over 9 games. They said the same thing last year, and everybody proved them wrong. I'm gonna take the overs again, Governor. What you got?
I can say the same thing. Yeah, I don't see Georgia losing more than if they do lose. I don't see them losing more than 2 games.
Yeah, they they'll be just like anyone else with except here's what we've been saying, and you and Bishop has really been honing this in. Just like we don't have a bye week, but one bye week, that's all they get.
Exactly. Their schedule is not the same, but the format of one bye is for everybody. So same thing we gotta go through, they gotta have to do. Same thing. Injury, that thing is universal. Injuries is spring practice, regular practice, the game, after the game, regardless, that's inevitable. So I don't see them losing more than 2 games. They can go undefeated in a regular season. You just don't know this
Right.
year. Any team, you don't know.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be big.
Real big. Real big, Governor. Real big. I see Coach, the dark one, has made it. What's up, Coach?
What's going on, P?
Man, just up here
Love and love.
surviving. Just up here surviving the weather. just staying, just chilling in the, just chilling. Then tore my computer up, and so whoop de doo.
Hey, you gotta go through it too, man. You know, we got that tropical storm out there, so
Yeah, and bruh, I am here, doing the doggone thing. Uh, and I'm sitting here listening to it, man. It's coming down out there. It's almost plumb. I ain't gonna say it's scary, but it's one of them type days, Governor and Coach, where I will get me some popcorn, turn off all the lights, turn my TV on, and watch Law and Order, the old school Law and Order. Watching Lenny and all them with all them crazy one-liners he got, or I'll watch some type of scary movie, preferably Dark Shadows from back in the day with Barnabas Collins. When he was the real Barnabas Collins, and some type of something like that. That's the kind of day I would eat. That's the kind of day I like it up to. And probably when I get off the show, because I'm not going to go get a computer right now, because the weather's too bad out there. But I go get one later on. But uh, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Turn the lights off, unless y'all be in the Discord and I get in there and chat with y'all, chop it up with y'all for a minute.
what your
My
computer went out?
bad, Austin. My bad. Oh,
Fell
that's
on the floor.
driveway, bro.
Oh, dang.
It fell on the floor, and when I went and I picked it up, the screen was cracked, totally gone. All I could hear was Governor talking. Couldn't see nothing.
Mm.
Couldn't see nothing. And so I've already taken it down, and set it to the side. I will be having uh, a funeral service for it later today. And if anybody wants to send flowers to, or and everything, just it's HP. Just just wish it well at wherever on its journey to wherever it's going.
Damn. Go to scrap yard.
Just wish it well to wherever it's going. The only thing I have left now is my phone and my iPad. If something happened with my iPad, y'all gonna have to have a service for me. I'm, t- I'm telling you. But Governor, excuse me, Coach, um, the overs unders for Georgia, 9.5. What you taking?
uh, Georgia gonna win 10 games, man. They gonna win 10. It's just Georgia. I just think I can't count them out
Right,
till I
right.
see Gunner stop not being able to complete passes. If Gunner can complete passes, it don't matter who the wide receiver core is. The running game gonna be outstanding.
Yep.
So I just can't. I'm not gonna count Kirby out until I see Gunner starting just like the winging it and missing wide open receivers or putting the ball in harm's way. Until that day, that defense gonna be fire because it's Georgia. KJ Bolden on the back end, probably damn one of the best safeties in college. They're gonna be tough. I mean, can't take that from Kirby, man. Kirby is Kirby.
I hear you. I believe, like I said, I'm still of that persuasion. Georgia is going over the 10 game mark, just like they did last year. They said, these same folks said last year that no one in the SEC would win over 8 to 9 games. That was proven wrong by a bunch of them in there, and so uh, it's it is what it is. So I'm not worried about that win loss total. All I want to know is Alabama gonna put the best product on the field and play to the top of their capability. And so I'm still of the persuasion that I believe Bama's going to be surprisingly good. They're going to be surprisingly better. I think Georgia's going to be okay. Uh, I believe that the majority of the SEC teams that's normally floating around the top will be continue to float around the top. until we all start putting each other out. And that's why I said that September 26th for the SEC, that's the day that you're going to, from the next, September 26th, those next 3 weeks after September 26th, by the end of October, you'll be about figured out who's going to play for the SEC championship. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I don't
That,
know.
that's,
I don't know, P. I mean, last year came down to the wire with the coaches
yeah,
in the SEC. You never know. So, like, it can come down to the last week, just like it did this year.
it could. But you know what, though, Coach? 2 years in a row, I don't see that. I think that this year is gonna set something different. That two teams are going to rise to the top, and they're going to be they're gonna rise. They're gonna take their places early. Now I'm going back to Bama, and me and Governor are the only two. We the only two who said that we are not overlooking Kentucky.
Oh,
We're the only.
shit.
Now
I ain't
I'm
over
just.
at all.
I'm not overlooking them. I am not overlooking Kentucky, and I'm gonna tell you something else. And I forgot who else said it, but I'm not overlooking Mississippi State either.
Hell no. It's SEC.
It's still
All schools
SEC.
SEC has talent. So you
What I,
can't overlook nobody in the SEC. And if you do, you gonna get your ass whooped. And he Vanderbilt 2 years ago.
would I be wrong to say that I think it's going to Oklahoma open, LSU go 9-3,
Wait a
Texas?
minute. Say that again, Governor.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were kind of breaking up there.
I said, is it wrong to even think that I believe that Oklahoma, LSU, go Texas, Georgia?
You know what? I've said it before, Governor. I'll say it again. That Oklahoma Georgia game is gonna be something serious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that game. I'm gonna watch that. The Lord willing, I will be watching that game. That game gonna spell a lot. There's a lot of implications. That's that one of those September 26th games. Matter of fact, Governor, we're playing South Carolina that same day.
Yep. That's said a lot. But if we had got a tie, do what happened?
Yes, sir.
It's
We're
a
playing.
lot of it's a lot of people. It's a lot of going to tell the different games in college football,
Yeah.
especially the SEC. Alabama, Kentucky, going to tell the difference
Oh yeah.
of what your defense and offense going to look like the middle part of the season. I mean, like I said, Oklahoma, Georgia. Is Oklahoma offensive game, passing game, and running game gonna be able to click against Georgia's stellar defense? If Georgia passing game gonna click against Oklahoma's stellar defense, can Gunner Stockton handle the pressure that Brett Venom is gonna send him? See, it's a lot, man, that we got to figure out early. If Oklahoma handles Georgia pressure, somehow beats Georgia, then will Georgia bounce back? If Kirby losing his edge, Kirby don't lose to no other teams but Alabama. If Kirby losing his edge, if he losing his stranglehold on the SEC, you know, Kirby beat Brennan Venables, beat him pretty soundly. If Brent turned the tables in Oklahoma, like it's so much cushion, so much scrutiny out here, man, this season. What if LSU comes in and Kiffin takes over college football and Kiffin running the table, he undefeated until he bounce around and meet Bama? And that game now is the top story in college football again. What happened is Auburn is mysteriously good. Texas A&M take that deep fall from top of the SEC to the bottom of the SEC. Man, it's so much. It's
It's
so
it's so many narratives, right? Good coach,
yes, sir.
a lot of narratives. I was just giving just some just little capsules of narratives far as Georgia goes. You know, their passing attack. Uh, you're going to really need their running game to step up because, just like I told them, Nate Frazier sometimes has this tendency of turning the ball over. You know, that's a narrative. But will Bowens, I think that's the name, Bowens come in? Will he come in and save the day? So I'm with Coach. There are a lot of narratives, but I'm still saying that Georgia, regardless of the narratives, Georgia's gonna win ball games. Georgia's still gonna win ball games. I
Oh
think they
yeah,
will
Georgia.
they will win the games they are supposed to win. Some of those games that are up in the air, uh, they're playing. Let me look at their schedule. Let me look at their schedule right quick. Because we kind of went over it the other day, but here we go. All right, they open with Tennessee State. Yeah, Georgia. They open with Tennessee State. Then they play Western Kentucky. Then they go to Arkansas. Then that September 26th date, they have Oklahoma. Then they play Vanderbilt. Then they go to Bama. They play Auburn in Athens. They play Florida in Atlanta. They go to Ole Miss. They play Missouri in Athens. They go to South Carolina, and then they play Georgia Tech.
And you want to know the biggest game outside of Bama for me?
What's that one?
Tech, Georgia Tech. Because outside of Bama, I just don't see nobody on that schedule that really can beat Georgia. Even if you going to Ole Miss, we saw Pete Golding with Lane Kiffin's team, but we can't just say Pete Golding gonna create the same vibe or same atmosphere that Lane Kiffin created. They played tough with Lane Kiffin's offense, Lane Kiffin's scheme, but man, I just don't know. I really just don't know if Pete Golding has that type of coaching ability. It's just that those guys were playing motivated because they was upset with Lane.
Well, remember when Ole Miss played Georgia the first time, Georgia did beat them, but it was a high scoring game. But then when they played them in that playoff game, something a little different.
Yeah, but I'm saying, even though when they played them in that playoff game, they Ole Miss beat Georgia. But Ole Miss ain't beat Georgia because damn, it was all on damn Pete Golden. They just beat Georgia because they wanted it more than Georgia wanted it. It was a slap in the face to Lane Kiffin saying that, yeah, you left, but we still can win the championship without you. See, that was all the motivation about Lane Kiffin motivation. I just don't know, man, if it's that motivation anymore. Cause the program was mad at Lane Kiffin, the defense was mad at Lane Kiffin, in spite of Lane Kiffin. It was that Lane Kiffin effect. Can you say that they still having the Lane Kiffin effect now after all that time?
Like what you said, we don't know. We gonna see, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But September 26th, when they play Oklahoma, I still believe that's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's going to be close. I it's going to be close. and then after that, Oklahoma they play Vanderbilt, and then they got Oklahoma and Vanderbilt at home, and then they go on the road and play Alabama. And like I said, there are a bunch of narratives that will surround Georgia, a bunch of narratives that will surround Alabama. There will be a bunch of narratives that will surround all of those SEC teams. So it's going to depend on which narrative is going to come to the top. Who's going to flourish? Who's going to flop? All that kind of stuff. But I'm still of the persuasion that Georgia wins more than 9 ball games.
Oh
I
yeah,
believe that. So
yeah, Georgia.
I'm not taking that under of what whoever this was that put this out, because like I said, they said this same thing last year about all of the SEC teams. As a matter of fact, they even said Bama wouldn't even win 8 games last year. And
Yeah,
so
because the critics, man, don't believe in the SEC anyway.
no.
So the critics are not gonna be favorable to the SEC at any stretch of your imagination.
So I'm so I forgot who put that up there, because like I said, I lost my computer there. But it literally crashed. But anyway, but here we go. Uh I'm buying the overs. I'm taking the overs. I'm taking the overs. Yeah, Jeff, questions is all we have at this point. That's for true. Questions is all we questions is all we have. That's all we have. So Governor, let me ask you this. Now, if we put it all in the I know we hadn't went over everything, but just Governor just having barbershop talk and knowing what Governor knows and feeling how Governor feels. How do you see the playoffs shaping up if you just went down to the final four?
Oh, wow. The final four.
If you just talking off the top of your head and everything, who would you put in your final four? And chat, you can put it in the chat as well, and I will let me see something. Go ahead, Governor. I'm gonna try something else out here.
I'm gonna say I think Oregon's gonna make a run.
Did Governor fall off?
No,
Oh,
you hear
there
me?
he is. I hear him.
I said I
I
think
can't hear.
you can hear you can hear me, Coach.
Yeah, I hear you though, Governor. Go ahead, bro.
I think Oregon's gonna make a run this year. So I would say Oregon at whatever. Um, it's gonna come down to 3 SEC teams: Bama, Georgia, Texas this year.
Uh-huh.
If I had to pick, I probably pick Texas because I don't think they have to play Georgia or Bama this year. Um, that's just going off the top of my dome, y'all.
Right.
Um, uh, 2 SEC teams might make it in, so I would say Texas and Bama, Oregon, and the sleeper team. That's hard. That's hard. Let's just say I'm gonna throw Texas Tech out there for right now.
Oh wow. Cause they got something to prove, huh?
Yep. They got to make that money, bro. I'm telling you,
Hey,
it's gonna be wild, wild season.
I hear you. I
I can't hear him. Let me leave and come back, piano man, because I can't hear the governor.
Okay.
I really want to hear what governor say.
Okay. Yeah, I my first two, I just said Ohio State and Oregon. My other two, my other two, uh, I'm kind of having problems kind of picking that one because um, I'm like you, Governor. Sleepers. It's sleepers. It's hard to tell. The reason that I'm picking Ohio State and Oregon is because, to a certain degree, their schedules are so favorable. And don't look now. Don't count out Indiana either because their schedules are favorable. Now this year, Indiana does play Ohio State, and I think they play Michigan as well. So that's why I hadn't quite put them in there because they're going to kind of cancel each other out. But Oregon gonna have that squad, I believe, and uh, I think Ohio State be there. That might be who plays in the Big Ten championship. So I think it's coming out of the Big Ten, but that those other two, I don't know if it's like what you said, the all SEC, because I don't know. But I just for right now just got Oregon and Ohio State. I have to think about my other two. Go ahead, Coach.
I'm trying to see if I can still hear Governor.
Can you hear me now, Coach?
Oh yeah, I can hear you, boss.
All right, so my four that I picked, I said Oregon, Texas, Bama, and Texas Tech.
Hmm. Final four.
Yep.
Hmm. That's a tough one.
That this season's gonna be crazy. I don't. Everybody from the Big Ten and the SEC is what people are looking at, in my opinion. But I think the sleeper would be Texas, whoever comes out of the Big 12.
I don't think the Big 12 have enough firepower to make it that far.
Well, I don't want to pick Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is the team though.
I don't want to pick Notre Dame.
I can understand, but honestly, before I take a Big 12 team, I know if they match Big 12 over against Notre Dame gonna beat them. Notre Dame has proven if you let them in the playoff, they have the intestinal fortitude to make it to the championship game. They gon' they damn near guaranteed to win one round. That first round game that they play, they probably gonna win that. What is it, the first round or second round? And they gonna win that because it's gonna be beneficial for the school.
See, I'm looking at it as.
Ohio State,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Ohio State returned a lot on defense, and then they picked up a lot of key players. So I can see Ohio State. I can see Notre Dame. SEC wise, until Bama proved to me that they're gonna have a solid offense that can run the football. You just gotta sometimes you gotta roll with what you know. That's Kirby. You gotta roll with Kirby for now. And that other team, you know, mm, I just don't know if anybody from the ACC can handle it. Don't trust the Big 12. But what's the sleeper team? I throw Bama in there as a sleeper. Two SEC teams. You throw them in there as a sleeper because I don't think they'll put them on the same side of the bracket. They could end up being like Ohio State versus Georgia. Then I could see Bama versus Notre Dame in a Final Four type of situation.
Yeah, it's all going to dictate the seeding. I think that's where mostly where I got my Final Four at. Thinking that if Oregon and Texas is on one side and Bama and Texas Tech is on the other side, that's a possibility to think them four can get there on the seeding. Now, if you got Texas and Georgia and Bama on one side, now you're starting to look. Okay, now they're planning this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you gonna have all three on one side? Now you're planning this.
Yeah, but the
Yep,
thing about Oregon, like you look at Oregon, Oregon do have Dante Moore.
Yep.
Dante Moore is the best quarterback in football. I
yep.
mean, we know that. They're gonna have all the skill position that you can think of because it's that West Coast offense. right? But do they have a defense that's gonna be able to match up to anybody? Ohio State gonna have that defense, regardless of whoever it is, where it is, what it is. Ohio State gonna have that defense. That defense will be coming, and it's gonna come real solid. They do have a solid quarterback, and Julius saying the running game will be there. They got wide receivers forever, so their offense and defense gonna be humming. We don't know what Oregon's defense gonna look like. We do know the quarterback situation. I think Ohio State defense will prevail them in the Big 12. I mean Big 10 against anybody. So, or even though Oregon gonna look good, I just don't see them. They may not even make the playoff out of the Big 10 unless it's playoff favorable for Oregon to get in. And if they do, they won't get the first round bye. So they have to have a home game against somebody or a road game against somebody, which will make it even tougher, not knowing what type of defense they're gonna have.
Well, I'm gonna say this though, Coach. If out of all of that, and I hear you and I agree, but it's one thing that I do know: if Oregon can't beat nobody else, they can beat Ohio State. For some odd reason, they find a way to beat them. They find a way to beat Ohio State. It's like uh it's hard to say, but this might not be a good analogy, but for now. But if nobody else could beat Tennessee back in the day, Alabama whipped Tennessee like how many years in a row? 12 years in a row. They found a way to beat them until they couldn't. So Oregon, one of those teams, like what you said, it's a mystery surrounding them, especially on defense. But we all know on the offensive side of the ball, those guys, they the real deal. They're the real deal. So Jeff said 15 years in a row. So some way or another, Oregon always finds a way to beat these guys. We'll see.
Yeah, late last year, the year before last, they looked up and beat Ohio State. Do you actually think Oregon beats Ohio State this year? I don't give a damn who you got at quarterback. You actually think Oregon beats Ohio State this year?
But coach, 2, 3, even longer than that when they first played them before Oregon got in the Big Ten. Ohio State went to Oregon and Oregon beat them when, I'm trying to think who was quarterbacking now?
Last time I remember Ohio State losing Oregon, they had Marcus Mariota.
I'm talking about here recently. Oregon played Ohio State and
That's
beat them
that's when they
before
first
Oregon got
got.
in the Big Ten.
Now when they
Oregon
first got
beat
in the
them.
Big Ten, they beat them. Like I don't remember beating them before they got in the Big Ten though. I
They
remember
beat
the first year in the Big Ten, they beat Ohio State. They
so
beat them by
No,
2 points out there in Oregon in the shootout. But in the
they
no,
playoff,
but then
Ohio State curved something.
they with the draft. What's the dude's name? He starts with a T. He plays for the Giants right now. He was projected to come to Bama, but he went to Oregon. But he made a comment about Bama not having excellent academic. He was talking about the
Oh, you
academic
talking
side.
about the
That dude.
defensive end, the defensive
Yeah,
end,
or that's when they beat Ohio State in Ohio State that year.
yeah, the defensive end. I know you're talking about the big defensive
Yeah,
yeah.
end.
I think
Dylan
that's what.
Gabriel.
Uh, yeah, I
Didn't
think
Bo
that's.
Nix beat him? Did Bo Nix beat him too? Or was it Dylan Gabriel?
I think it was Dylan Gabriel, but it
Dylan
might have been.
Gabriel, yeah.
Then they beat him in Oregon when
They
they
beat him
They
because they beat him because
they beat them in Oregon, so
yeah,
they
that was
did beat them in Oregon.
and Ohio State ran out of time, something
Yeah,
like that.
and
Well,
Ohio State curved
yeah.
started them in the playoff.
Mm.
I'm just saying it, but if anybody knows how to beat Ohio State, it's Oregon. And
And
and that's
can
why I said I'm not writing them off yet because uh
Where do they
Mich-
play at? That's the question.
I don't think let me see. I don't think they play each other this year.
Michigan
If they
ought to
don't
be all right.
play, if they don't play each other this year, Ohio State gonna have a cakewalk. See, they having one game schedule. Indiana.
And that's a
Oregon,
revenge.
Oregon. Yeah, they don't. Yes, they do. They go to Ohio State and play them.
Yeah, Ohio State will beat them.
Uh-huh. They play Ohio State and Michigan back to back.
Wow. Oh wow.
Oregon's schedule is they play Boise State, they go to Oklahoma State, they play Portland State, they go to USC. Watch that game too.
That's okay.
Uh, they play UCLA, they play Nebraska, they go to Illinois, they play Northwestern, they go to Ohio State, they play Michigan, they go to Michigan State, and then they end with Washington.
So they got 3 games. If you're talking about like the teams that they're playing,
Uh-huh.
3 notable games for those teams. Ohio
So
State and USC. Yeah.
yeah, because I've already claimed that that was my sleeper in the Big Ten would be USC. That's my sleeper team.
But that's why I say Texas Tech is a sleeper because I don't see too many teams in that conference that can. I'm not gonna say not put up a fight. Everybody's gonna put up a fight, but I say they have a better chance. They one team is probably against BYU. All they got to do is win the conference championship, and they probably get a first round bye.
Yeah, so I hear you, bro. Let me see
Yeah,
something here.
now BYU got a easy. I mean, they got the most easy chance of getting in the playoff than anybody. I just don't know. Like this year, I knew they weren't gonna be able to beat nobody in the playoff. So unless they get a bye, they won't even make it to the second weekend in the playoff.
Yeah, the real question should be, who do you think? Who do you think that out of the non-power four is going to make it? That's a good question.
That's the more question. Like I'm saying, like the non-powerful, I say UGA because they just proven. Gotta say Ohio State, that's a proven team. Indiana seemed to be a proven team with a 2 game schedule, so Indiana probably make it. Oregon probably make it out of Big Ten. Hmm.
Curtis, they may be 10-2, but lately Oregon has beat them. No, Curtis, they beaten them. So I mean, I understand that just like Alabama is whatever and whatever against the field, but Oregon putting that putting them on the field, though, Curtis. I got you. But lately, Oregon has proven that they can play with Ohio State and beat them. So, I mean, I got you, but this is a different Oregon. And I believe Oregon will beat them. I can go ahead and say it. I've already said I believe Oregon this year, I think the Natty will be theirs this year. I could be wrong, but
Who?
they're putting it together.
Who Oregon?
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't
They,
see Oregon.
if college football sets it up like that, yeah, but I don't think Oregon win. I just don't see it. They don't have enough defense to win. Defense win a championship. Offense score points.
That's true. That's true. But where was Ohio State's defense last year?
Hey man, they ran up against a tough team. I mean,
Where was
Ohio State ran up against Indiana. We all knew Indiana was that team, was that
where,
team that beat last year. They just
where
they ran up against Bullseye, man. We all got caught in the same saw blade. Got cooked up. They
And
they
they ran
sliced
up
all
against,
of us.
and then they ran up against a good Miami team.
Yep,
where
they
was
ran against a physical Miami team. Miami was more physical than anybody in the playoff,
yeah,
including Indiana. They just had something about those boys, those defense and those linebackers that made Miami so special. And then that running back that never died mentality, that running back, and like he Agent Peterson. So yeah, the Miami had something last year. They not gonna sneak up on anybody this year. Everybody gonna see Miami coming. So Miami's gonna be in for a world of trouble. That's the issue this year.
My thing is, where was Oregon's defense last year against Indiana?
on vacation. That's what I'm saying. You win if they don't have decent defense. Their defense was nowhere period last year. All they had last year was Dante Moore and high school and offense and a defense that could slow you down at some point. If they get 1 or 2 stops in the game, Oregon will probably score 60 points if they get 1 or 2 stops. But if they don't get consistent stops, Oregon gonna get beat by 20 points because at some point they gonna stop Dante Moore. If he drop back, got to pass the ball 50 times a game, no matter how dynamic he is, defense is going to be prepared for that. Big Ten play defense.
Curtis, I hope you're right. But I just said by the way that things are going, I just predicted that another Big Ten team will win it.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
I'm looking at another Big Ten team myself, and I think Ohio State going to be that Big Ten team that's going to win it this year. I just don't know if they'll even allow. I mean, I don't even know if Big Ten will even allow Oregon to win anything. They made it. Just don't know. I don't know. I just can't see it. Dante Moore had to have a superb season to win that thing.
He'll be in the Heisman Trophy. He'll be in the Heisman vote. I know that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's a given. Him, Arch, and whoever. But I see those two. Him, Arch, Jeremiah. And you got to pick a fourth one. But I see those three right now as the front runners.
Yeah. And remember, Governor, I read to you what these folks put in the top tier of Heisman, and they had Jeremiah Smith 10th.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
He
crazy.
he gonna be 10th because of the fact that he gotta rely on somebody to get him the ball.
But show this okay. So does Cam Coleman, and he on Texas right now.
Yeah, but Cam is not gonna be high for Cam Big man. That'll be Archman, Archman. Cam had to be a punt returner and do all type of special. Cam had 3,000 yard receiving. They're gonna give you that Archman.
Yeah, they're gonna get at the Arch because he can't get the receiving yards without the quarterback. If he got 3 receiving yards, 3,000 receiving yards, that means Arch is damn near through for 6,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's if I'm with you, Governor, and with Coach. So many narratives, so many of them, and that's the truth. That's the truth of it. When you throw all of the biasness out and the all of the other things that you want to say, the truth of the business is it, it's narratives. There are narratives, and that's going to start in game one, September 5th, or however it goes from week one of college football. That's why I said that on another deal. I have to put it out there. If you want Piano Man to show up at your wedding, baby shower, all that wedding announcement, you got from now until July the 31st to get your name, to get your invitation to me, because August the 1st, no, July the 31st at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, my book, my music, my robe and everything is going in the vault, going in a safe, and it's going to have a time on it, and it will not be unlocked until the day after the Super Bowl.
I
Tell you
got a I got a team that's gonna make I feel make the playoffs out of the not Power Four.
who.
South Florida.
You know what? That's a good one, but JB, Governor, that's going to depend on how the rest of that conference is playing.
All
You
they got to
got
win
some.
is win.
Because I'm gonna show you this. Let me see. That's the AAC. AAC. Here we go. With that, you said South Florida, right?
Yep.
With South Florida, you got Army, Charlotte, East Carolina, Florida Atlantic, Memphis, Navy, North Texas, Rice, South Florida, Temple, Tulane, Tulsa, UAB, and University of Texas in San Antonio. Now, South Florida could, but let me look at that schedule. Let me look at that schedule right quick. South Florida.
Because 3 teams out of that conference, what I'm thinking is South Florida, Memphis, and Tulsa.
And let's see something. So they're
UCF is
playing FIU. They're going to Army. They play Delaware. They play. Say what, Governor?
that's not me. That's you echoing.
Okay. Okay. They're going to Army. They go to Delaware State. No, they play Delaware State. They go to Bowling Green. They play Temple. They go to UTSA. They play Kent State. They play UAB. They go to East Carolina. They play Memphis. They go to Florida Atlantic, and they play Tulane.
Yeah, that's very favorable.
Now, last year they were 9-4, and they were 6-2 in the conference. Didn't Tulane win it last year?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tulane ended up going to. They were that non-power four.
Yep. Then they faced
Yeah,
JMU. I think,
yeah,
yeah. I think South Florida has a great chance in winning that conference.
could be. But
But
also, but you know what? You said something about Memphis.
yeah,
Memphis was doing okay, and Memphis faded out. They fell off the wagon down the stretch. Now they have Charles Huff as coach, who recently brought in Brian Kelly as a consultant.
mm, damn. Brian Kelly went from Notre Dame to LSU to Memphis. Mm, as a consultant. Damn,
He and not getting paid.
damn. Two prestigious schools. You go to from that to a consultant. Mm,
Yep,
that's you're going.
yep. And you remember Charles Huff is also off that Saban tree as well.
Yep.
Yep, he's off that Saban tree. He went to USM for 1 year, started recruiting, and Memphis came calling and
Gotcha.
went on up and went on up. Went on up 55, 49 to 55 north, and took it to Memphis. There he went. So he's going to do well. He's going to do well. He's
Yeah,
going to do well. So
this season's gonna. Everybody's up in the air. Everybody's up in the air at this point because we could say a lot. We don't know what Texas A&M is going to do. Are they going to have a second go around, or are they going to fall off? Are we going to stay in the contention? Is Georgia going to fall off? Because you just don't know. Yes, the history shows that they're going to still be consistent, but is the play going to look the same? The wins and losses might be consistent, but if the play looks different, then that's going to be a big difference. Does Texas take a big leap this year? Does Ohio State run it? Does Indiana run it back? Does Oregon?
right.
Does LSU come out of nowhere? Does Ole Miss stay the same? Does Kentucky surprise a lot of teams this year? You have a lot. You have a lot going into this. Does Oklahoma still have a say in what's going on? You have a lot going on this season. Does Duke return as the ACC champions and progress more?
Hey,
Does, does Miami
Governor,
fall?
hold that right there. If Duke beats Miami, I'm going on a certain person's show and launch a takeover.
Hey man, the ACC is probably like the two conferences is ACC and the Big 12 are two conferences that are just like if you're in, okay, kudos to you. kudos to you. But I think this year is going to be the Big Ten and the SEC to like really watch,
Yeah.
to like really watch, because we don't know if Michigan is going to just lay down. Does Penn State actually have a pulse? Matter of fact, does Virginia Tech out of the ACC turn around? They got
I
James
saw
Franklin.
some, and somebody in the chat said that James Franklin was overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I don't. I think he's a good coach. He was just in a conference where there were two teams he couldn't beat, Ohio State and Michigan.
He changed. James Franklin changed Vanderbilt's way
Yeah.
of. Y'all keep forgetting that he went. He was coaching at Vanderbilt, and he changed the thought process over there. He really did. He did that. So now James Franklin has less pressure by being in the ACC at Virginia Tech. Okay.
Go Dog fan. I didn't know we were at a barbecue, and I didn't know he could play a piano. He didn't play me. He got played, but he didn't play me. So, what amen section did he have? See, you come in here with all these accusations, which you know, you know, but I didn't know we were debating. He was the one. So if he was doing anything, he was playing with himself.
Hey,
So
yep.
I just go ahead and say it.
Family
What
show.
I'm just saying, bro. Wasn't no debate. Now, if he got a debate going, there's nothing to debate. Okay. We talked about all facts. See, I'm gonna go ahead and address this because see, I'm sick of all this debate stuff. First of all, there's no debate. Miami cannot beat Alabama. Can we agree on that? Whether you want to or not, it's a known fact. Every time Bama has played Miami, they've beaten them, starting in 1992. If you didn't know that, go check out the footage. It's all there. The last time Miami played Alabama, we don't even want to relive that debacle. Jameson Williams smoked Miami's DBs. Matter of
99.
fact, they still trying to put their butts out because he smoked them so bad. Okay, that's the bottom line. All right. Number two, uh, by them getting players from Florida, well, why don't you just tell Coach Hayes, why don't he just come on out and say it that he wished that they could have gotten Nick Saban to Miami? Why don't you just come on out and say it? Oh, I forgot. He can't because his IQ won't let him go that high.
I'm getting tired of that. Oh, you keep getting the guys.
I've really grown
So,
weary of the debate things, Governor. What debate are you talking about?
no, he's not. He's not even a debate. I'm just talking about the whole thing about you bringing up. Oh, Bama getting guys from Florida. So what are you saying? We're not supposed to recruit the country? We're
Oh,
stay in our own.
Governor. Oh, Governor. You know what you said without saying it? Maybe those guys didn't want to go to Miami.
Clearly, if everybody keep
Clearly.
8 born and
So,
bred, like what are we talking about here? A lot of guys from Miami go to this University of Florida.
and they
They're
go to
still
Florida
state
State.
and
And
going to your school. So
I don't know. But anyway, but if that what makes him sleep at night, if he, if that was his Twinkie and a warm glass of milk and he needed to burp a little bit, then go ahead and give it to him. But I didn't know we were debating. But since he said he roasted Kangaroo Black and played a piano, he didn't play me though. But I think he played with himself. But that's how that goes. He played with himself by himself. That's how that goes.
you can't even really debate him on his show because they can't read the comments. Like what?
You know. And so, no, we talking about Coach Hayes. That's
Oh,
what that, yeah. Yeah, Austin Allen, not with himself. He did. He played with himself. He was playing with himself. That's what it was. Because he wasn't playing with me.
okay.
I'm just saying.
I like you,
Keep it
coach.
PG. Okay, that is PG.
Like, I like Coach Hayes. You know what I'm saying? But you just lately, you just, from what I'm hearing, I don't know. I didn't hear you say it out of your mouth because I wasn't. I'm really not in tune or everything like that. But I'm like, I'm starting to be disappointed because you know,
Oh, hold up, Governor. Watch this. Now you're lying. He challenged me to personally give your season prediction, and I did. Oh, but I forgot once again, Governor, I'm dealing with people whose comprehension is no higher than a kitchen table.
like, why are you speaking for him? That's a grown man over there. He don't have no problem speaking for himself.
Thank
Coach
you.
he is a grown man. He has no problem speaking up for what he believes in and what he feeling. Stop speaking for him.
Like,
If he
gee
come out,
whiz.
you
He
coming.
challenged me personally. He sure did. And I told him, we're going to the net and we're going to win it. Because what you're not going to hear me say is we going to lose to anybody. That's
Like,
what he was waiting on. And I told him from the jump, you're not, because I don't go out that way. Because, see, I got him when he said, I said, well, who do you possibly think you can lose to? If you confident in your team, you really supposed to say nobody. Oh, but I forgot. I'm a little bit old school. So you're going to have to beat me first.
like
Then
Van,
I'll say it.
I can tell you this. This is a fact. I ain't never seen Vanderbilt win the SEC championship. I ain't never seen Arkansas win the SEC championship. Not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anybody in the bottom of the SEC win the championship. But we saw Duke win the ACC, though.
Didn't we though? And we saw Miami couldn't beat Louisville and couldn't beat SMU and wasn't even invited since I found out that, conferences own the conference and everything. And so Miami didn't even get invited, and you hadn't been invited in 20 some years.
I think I put this in the chat. Some state. He's been a fan since born, since '92, since the year he was born. Um, and we're sitting there talking to him. I said, I got a lot of people, not a person, a lot of people, or one particular person always saying he's a Bama hater. Okay, cool. Bama's not gonna do this. Bama can't do this. Bama can't do that. It's always Bama can't do this, right? You got all this hate for us, but time out. You should be glad that Notre Dame wasn't actually in the ACC, because if they were in the ACC, those two losses to those two ranked teams, which was one to Miami and the second game was to Texas A&M, those would only be the two losses they had all season. Compared to Miami's schedule, when they lost to Louisville and SMU, those would particularly be bad losses to the two teams that Notre Dame lost to. Am I right?
I don't know what the debate was. I'm still trying to figure out what the debate was. And our Amen corner. I didn't know we were playing at. I didn't know we were at the Masters at the Amen corner. Because the only Amen corner. There are two places I hear about an Amen corner: church and at the Masters on the golf course. Those are the only two things.
Roll
Well,
Tide.
All
because
I said was, "Go Dog fan." So you won't say who Bama will lose to. I told you nobody. What else do you want me to say? Okay, go. Let's put it like this. Go tell Coach Hayes that Piano Man said, so he can answer it, so he can understand what I said. I'm baby raying it to him. Okay, you like I'm pureeing food. I'm baby raying this for Coach Hayes because it seems like he needs this put in uh, baby food form. All right, so here we go.
this
He
person is
asked me, I said, Bama will win the Natty. We're going to play Miami in the Natty and beat them again. That's all you need to know. Okay? So we're not going to lose, especially to Miami. If Miami can ever beat Louisville and SMU. But oh, I forgot. Y'all conveniently don't play them this year.
why, why are you the spokesperson for Coach Hayes?
Like, gee whiz. I don't have to say Miami because I'm telling you, I don't have to say Alabama's going to lose here, lose there, because you're not going to get me to say it. And I'm not scared to say it. So I'm just going to say until somebody beat me, right now, both Miami and Alabama are 0-0.
Roll Tide.
So thank you. Roll Tide.
Man, y'all,
Hey, come.
y'all got a lot of that got way too much energy to come to
Obama chat and talk about debates, Governor.
like that's crazy. Y'all got way too much energy. We really in y'all heads. We don't even play y'all. Y'all not even in our conference. That's
Bama
the
ain't playing in no more Natty and won't be nowhere near Natty. Presently, you're ranked 7th in the SEC. And presently, you are ranked wherever you're ranked. But those are not official rankings, though, Go Dog fans. So whoever you are and everything, please just stick with your team. Worry about your team. We know Bama. And that goes to prove to show you, Governor has been right all along. Bama is still the standard. Because some of y'all, all y'all do is come in and talk about Bama ain't this, Bama ain't that, Bama ain't this. What do y'all do? Go to bed thinking about Bama. Wake up thinking about Bama. Get in the shower thinking about Bama. What are you doing? You know, I'm just saying. Thank you, Stacy Go Dogs. We know, we all know who it is who can't disguise themselves, very well.
like the real Georgia fans too. Like at least I appreciate Stacy Godogs. I appreciate DSG. Like I appreciate those real fans who can go on different channels and be realistic. But to go on a different channel just to bash that team, you sound weird, bro.
You
Like
weirdo, man. We You
you
about as weird. Hey, Governor, wait a minute. We're gonna have a flashback. I know you're old enough to remember this, bro. You remember from the Cosby commercial with the Jello pudding, old weird Harold?
yeah. you you sound weird, bro. If it's a man, a woman, or whatever hasn't want to this year, but come on.
Old weird Harold, man. Hey, what's up, Coach?
Not a whole lot, man. I ain't got a dang phone call, man, that, a lot of time that makes you stop and pause. So
I don't know why Coach Carl was pissed up.
say what, Governor?
I said I don't know what you sounded pissed off.
No, I'm not mad, man. It's just that no, what I was saying about this with all this situation with this football situations, man, that I don't understand, man. Like the football situation is scheduled like Piano Man said the top nine in the top nine are the power forward. And I sat here while I was on the phone call just thinking I got 8 teams and still got one miss. So I'm looking at think about this. I got Georgia, Oregon, Ohio State, Bama, Indiana, Clemson, Notre Dame, Miami, and still one missing out of the Big 12. Who we give a team out of the Big 12? BYU, Texas Tech.
That's it.
Like who we give it to? BYU, Texas Tech.
Well, right now, I'm gonna give it to BYU.
I
So
just
you
go.
give it to BYU.
Texas Tech doesn't have a quarterback right now. The number two is hurt, from what I was told the other night. And I think BYU has a lot of returning starters coming back. So I think the narrative has shifted now from uh, Texas Tech money to BYU's experience. I think that's what is happening there. Now that's just me, but I think BYU takes the Big 12 this year.
Mm-hmm. But then BYU take the Big 12 last year.
Texas Tech did.
That's Tech one.
Okay, take that one last year. BYU has a lot of experience coming back, but do you think that physicality at BYU can? I don't know, man. I just don't trust a backyard university. That's what I don't know. That's my thing. I don't trust the backyard university team at all. I know it's Brigham Young, but you from Utah, man. It ain't don't many folk play football that well in Utah. They do good in certain aspects, but when it comes down to big time kind of football, they usually
I'm gonna tell you. I just like I said when all that happened with Sorensby, and then he finally ends up leaving, uh, going to NFL supplemental draft. Then I just said, nah, it's going to fall to BYU and possibly. Let me see. Let me see. I'll tell you in a minute. Either Utah or Houston. Utah or Houston. Because this Texas Tech debacle has now has shifted the whole thing as far as the Big 12 goes. So you know, BYU, Houston, but Governor, I can't dispute what you're saying either. From the word go, it could be Texas Tech. You still can't count them out.
No, because aren't they the defending Big 12 champions?
Yeah, they're still defending. They're still defending. So you can't count them out.
So with because I'm going to be petty right now. But since they're the Big 12 champions and they're coming back, regardless of what it is, they still got to defend their championship title. So wouldn't I say the same thing about Duke?
Yeah, they're the defending champ,
Oh,
the
okay.
defending ACC champ, and didn't go to a college football playoff.
Because you know the rebuttals. Well, Georgia won last year. Yeah, but we were still in the playoffs.
Right.
We also
See, we were in the playoffs regardless.
we was in the playoffs regardless. We were the number one team in the SEC going in the SEC championship. Just letting y'all know that. Georgia was number two. We were still number one. We were still number one. So yeah, not every you're not going to win it all, and I think that's what some fans believe that we're going to win it all every single time. We're supposed to win every single game. Hey, who's saying that? In
Only the delusionals.
what world do you win every single game every single year? That doesn't happen. It does not happen. You got teams that can go undefeated one year, then you got teams that can fall off completely off the earth the next year. It happens. We've seen this. So Indiana, yeah, y'all got it. Yeah. Because didn't Georgia go undefeated one year and win the Natty? What did they do the next year? Did they win every single game? No, they got a loss, either in the regular season or in the playoffs. You're not going to win every single game. That's just the delusional or the stupidity verbiage. Like, what do we?
It's
Come on, man.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But Governor, like you said though, this upcoming year is going to be crucial. It's going to be some strange happenings in this year. It's going to be some strange happenings. It wouldn't surprise me, and even though it's not likely to happen, but it would not surprise me if a non-power four team almost ran the table.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
It would not surprise me. These teams have gotten progressively better. They've gotten progressively better. So Ooh, it is what it is, player. It is what it is. So I mean, uh, okay.
All
Let's
right,
see
coach.
what we got. I'm gonna see if I can't pull coach up in here because let me see.
Like all this Bama, 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 Bama stuff. I'm like, you need to be worrying about your conference.
Yeah, try winning it, Bama hater, wherever you are. Y'all
Need to
just
be
try winning it. Try winning your conference for the first time.
ever like worry about the Georgia Techs and the Virginia Techs that are coming up that nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about them. And
Right.
at the end of the day, Clemson is still there, bro.
Clemson, SMU,
They're still
Georgia
there.
Tech. Come on now.
All
Florida
right,
State.
they're still there. There's still schools there. Don't worry about your own conference before you. And that's the thing. That's like we understand when you finally win the whole thing. Yeah, she's supposed to be overjoyed. You're supposed to act a fool because yeah, you don't get this on a daily basis. I'm not
Right.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, see, this is how they act. How to win. No, they haven't. So let them embrace.
That's
Cool.
all we're saying. That's all we're saying. So, well, Coach, we getting ready to get out of here. And Coach, give us some parting words, bro.
Oh man, I was just gonna say, y'all, man, y'all just have a blessed day. Piano man, be safe down there with that tropical storm, man. Y'all inside, y'all anywhere near that tropical storm, man, just buckle up, take care, man. Be safe out there. Bama fans, man, let's be more realistic than we are fanned out. I mean, it's okay to be fans, really cool to be fans. We all wish our team to be best success in the world. We think Bama, all of us think that Bama should go undefeated. We hope they go undefeated, but realistically, we're probably not gonna go undefeated. So let's just hope for the best, and then just be realistic on everything approach. Don't get so mad at other people when they say something negative about us, because at this point we haven't earned anything. Everything we're doing right now is just stuff that's been given to us. So we gotta earn everything that we get. So with that being said, man, like man, y'all like piano man, I would say, man, stay focused, go forward with the Lord, man. Say your prayers, man. And if you have any type of mental health issues, man, just speak to somebody. Don't hold it into yourself. Don't do nothing crazy, man. Just talk to somebody about your issues, and even if you don't want to talk to a professional, man, let us know inside Discord and or inside a private chat with P anybody, man, so that we can all be a part of what you're going through and try to walk through it together. We all need somebody. So let's just stay together, man, and help each other through all the transactions. It's this hard life that we live through by day to day.
Yep. I hear you, Coach. And Coach, I'll be calling you shortly. I need to run something by you, brother.
Careful.
All right. Governor, parting words, bro.
Uh, I always say, up, God is good. That's one thing. Just enjoy the day. It's strong weather's out. Be safe. Enjoy your day. Make other than that, I
We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. Again, I thank everybody for coming. Thank God. Thank the governor. Thank Coach. Thank Coach. Excuse me. Thank Bishop for coming by. I saw Twister and Lady Latoya in the chat. Thank you for everybody's in the chat. All of the crews, everybody that's there. Hey, like Coach says, stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, you can do all things through Christ to give you strength. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. And on that part right there, lean not into your own understanding. That means use the resources that God gives you to help you to understand. You don't have to go through life by yourself. Hey, God put people here, good people, solid people to help you. And believe it or not, no matter how much smack we talk on here, we do care about your well-being. Okay, so you're not in it by yourself. So trust in the Lord with all of your heart, lean on to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him. He'll direct your path. He'll show you what to do. But call on him while he's near, seek him while he may be found. And all that kind of stuff. Doors are open for you. Windows are open. God has many blessings for you. So utilize them. Governor says all the time, he woke us up. That's the beginning of a good day. He woke you up. So be glad in it. Hey, remember, Piano Man, don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, we're gonna have a quick service. Now we commit to the trash pile, to the junkyard, the soul of this deceased computer. We now present its components, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Here's another computer that has hushed its fuss. We thank you, HP, for the services that you granted unto us. We thank you, HP, for the good times that we saw, the stupidity we had to endure, and may you rest in peace. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
We thank y'all for y'all day. And on behalf of Stephen Hicks, those voices of no mercy, with the exception of the Alabama fans, and especially a particular Miami fan, we wish you nothing but the absolute worst. I'd rather root for Georgia than to say the M word.
Mm.
Now, Georgia, y'all done made it, y'all done made it up into that status. And then I would rather pull for Georgia than say the M word. And the M word is not money. Okay?
What you say? F the beaches.
Yeah, I'll go to the beach. New Google, new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you. Google Maine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the long run, sir.
Welcome to the long run and all of our imperfections. We thank you. But y'all, that's our show for today. Bishop, wherever you are, salute. Hey, Twister, be safe. You, Bino, all our truck drivers, Dwight, my producer, all y'all, be safe on the road. Please and thank you. And if you don't have to be out, stay in. I'm serious. If you don't have to be out, stay in. And Governor, Coach, I want to give one more shout out to all our door dashers. Everybody that's door dashing, we salute you too. Be safe, because you help keep America great too. What a great way to do your thing. Do your thing, door dashers. We got you. All right? So with that being said, we'll be back here tomorrow. If the weather slack, Governor, Coach, I'm going to find another computer. I'm going to find one. This one died on me. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. We'll see you later. The Discord is open. Hey, go do your thing. Piano Man just might meet you over there in a minute. All right? Y'all, see you later. Have a great day. Wait a minute. DoorDash, we need a sponsor.
I heard that.
We need that spot, boy, cause it's hitting, man. It is hitting. I ain't even lying to you. It's hitting. DoorDash something serious. On my fetch, if I order DoorDash for the first time, I get a lot of points for DoorDash, and so I just might have to do the DoorDash thing. But I'm not gonna get them out there in this weather though. But there's the Lord willing. There's always tomorrow. So anyway, y'all gotta go. The Discord is open. We'll see you there. Roll Tide, everybody, and y'all have a great and a safe day. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.